Hello, my name is Sean and I'm here pitching my film treatment. The name of the film is Paranoid. Next slide please. I've chosen this name as it provokes a key emotion that will be explored throughout the opening scene. I think that it gives a hint at the vibe to the audience, letting them know that this isn't really a joyful kind of opening scene, but leaves room for questions and interpretation. Next slide please. So basically the main narrative, the overall theme of the opening scene is an introduction to this character and his complex psychological war going on in his head, exploring themes of being paranoid, hallucinations, well, I'm giving up on that one, and multiple personalities. He sees a person, doesn't know who, can't really make out the person's features, but he only sees, only he sees these and not anyone else. Commonly sees these through glimpses, mirrors, reflections, and sometimes confusing dreams. He has come slightly used to these as they are common and the person never actually harms him. Throughout the opening scene, the second character becomes more visible until a final reveal towards the end of the opening scene that the character is in fact himself and is his second personality. As the final reveal happens, this time it is different and both characters know or get the feeling that the second person has the ability to actually cause effects and some harm. Obviously this genre is psychological thriller. Some of the genre conventions have been inspired by Fight Club and the conflict between the two personalities. Also inspired by the music video by Tyler the Creator, which also shows themes of paranoia. And also was taking heavy inspiration in terms of like the setting and use of lighting and shadows from the Macbeth A24 rendition. Anyway, next slide please. So the representations. The main character represents the depiction of human under mental torment. Throughout the opening scene, I'll try and hint at the 5 stages of grief closely relating to the main character's actions. The second personality, seeing reflections, shadows and dreams, is symbolic for 2 things. First, he highlights the main character's psychological challenge by telling us that he suffers with mixed personality disorder. The second, he can also be interpreted as kind of the main character's physical incarnation of like suicidal desires. Anyway, the technology, I'll be using my phone, iPhone 15. Next slide. I'll be using Netflix, A24 and Paramount Pictures for production. And in terms of location, the location will be mainly set inside the character's house to give a sense of familiarity to the character. But I also want the set to be quite, set in quite barren locations with like quite hard architecture, which is inspired by the Macbeth one, as it can like contrast the sense of familiarity with like it's not really known to us anyway. Next one. Target audience. The target audience if people who love confusing twists, who enjoy intellectually demanding movies, people who watch movies and lay close attention to details and symbolism, people who share interest in the depths of the human mind, and yeah. Any questions? George Hemmings.
When you talk about like an intellectually demanding film, how are you going to try and like get that across to the audience?
I mean, obviously you can't really do much of that in the opening scene, but I'll give hints that it's not really just one level of thing to it, it's like different. Charlie Collard.
So obviously you've got the name Paranoid. Do you have any other ideas for the name? Is that just the only name you have?
No, that's kind of like just thought of it and I didn't really want to think of anything else, so I used it straight away.
What in particular from the music video inspired
There's this one scene where, actually, I'm pretty sure if you go back to it, that slide. Actually, no, it's not there, never mind. Anyway, so there's a part where like the guy's in the mirror, and you can see a reflection. Actually, no, it is there. You can see a reflection of someone else. That one right there. That's what inspired me. Just that one. Any other questions? Yeah.
How are you going to show the dual personalities of the person?
Mainly, I mean, like that. I think it's gonna be clear, like just like darker, and only in terms of reflections. But when it comes to the reveal, then I think maybe using some mise-en-scenes like costume and stuff like that. It'll be the same character. It'll be like me twice, but with different clothes on, which could kind of represent different personalities. Any more questions? All right, thank you very much. Oh wait.
I've got one.
Yeah.
So tell me about how you're going to get to grips with this character in such a small space of time with your camera shots. What shots are you going to use for us to understand him?
There'll be a lot of POV shots and like over the shoulder shots, and because I think I'll use POV because it kind of like when he sees his reflection and also captures a glimpse of his second personality in the reflection. I think I'll be using a lot of those throughout the opening scene, and I think because like throughout the opening scene, the character becomes a lot more like visible and some like obviously the start is a bit kind of glimpses until like it becomes more visible until the final reveal. Yeah.